I want to begin with full disclosure. The road to Emmaus is one of my very favorite gospel stories. Oh, there are a few here that like it too. Okay, and there, yep. I love the long hike these travelers took, how they walked and talked for miles, and how that conversation led to their hearts burning and to the breaking bread moment of recognizing Jesus had been with them all along the way. A few months ago, during one of my homilies, we boarded a train called the Mary Magdalene Express. Well, this morning, I invite us to take a 4-part Emmaus excursion as we consider roads that lead us to breaking bread moments, what these moments draw us to do, and how they invite us to be. The first part of our Emmaus excursion considers the places our roads may take us. Although these can be physical locations, our emphasis is on where the excursion takes our heart. It could be to a place of beauty, honesty, forgiveness, discernment, heartache, or celebration. Our loving God is waiting in all these places to break bread with us. The next road of our excursion concerns the method of transport. Let's think for a minute about the different ways our heart moves into a breaking bread moment. How do you get transported into breaking bread moments? In a word or phrase, what gets you there?
Walking in nature.
Walking in nature.
Music.
Music.
Poetry.
Poetry.
Watching the birds.
Watching the birds.
Eating ice cream.
Eating ice cream. Oh, and there's somebody else watching the Sixers win. So every one of these illustrations that you mentioned, and I will add to that heartfelt conversations, involves a movement of the heart that brings us to experience God. The third section is an example of a breaking bread moment of honesty. A few weeks ago, Louisiana State University, LSU, won the NCAA Women's College Basketball Championship. A post-game interview with one of their players, Alexis Morris, impacted me greatly and has stayed in my heart. As background, Alexis Morris, a senior, began her college career at Baylor University, playing for Kim Mulkey, now the LSU coach. Alexis's behavior during her freshman season led to her being dismissed from the team. She then transferred to Rutgers University, where a medical issue almost caused her to stop playing basketball altogether. She eventually came back and played her junior year at Texas A&M. At this juncture, her grandmother told her in no uncertain terms that she needed to get her life on track and she needed to play for Coach Mulkey again. After much thought, Alexis decided to contact Kim Mulkey at LSU. And after an honest, heartfelt conversation, Kim Mulkey allowed Alexis to join the team. So, during the post-game interview, one of the announcers asked Alexis Morris what advice she would give young girls. Alexis candidly and genuinely replied, "I would tell them that it's better to go slow on the right road than go fast on the wrong road. That it's important to own your mistakes and be honest with yourself and others." She went on to say how important her family and faith were to her and how God helped her get through those difficult times. She expressed how deeply grateful she is to Coach Mulkey for holding her accountable and for giving her another chance. This interview was a 2023 Emmaus story. Alexis was on the wrong road for many miles, but through conversations with significant people companioning her, eventually walked into a place of honesty. She then made decisions that transformed her life. And Kim Mulkey's decision to give her another chance embodied God's unconditional love, leading to further transformation. This interview was a breaking bread moment for me. I was captivated by Alexis's story and felt my heart burning as I listened to her deep, honest, and vulnerable sharing. Everyone on the set listened intently to her, and it was so touching to see Coach Kim Mulkey with her arm around Alexis as she poured her heart out in front of a national TV audience. In many dimensions, our God was present in Alexis's heartwarming story. The fourth and final segment of our Emmaus excursion involves walking into beauty. A few weeks ago, 10 of us from our Mary Magdalene community enjoyed a Holy Week hike at Tyler Arboretum. Mama Nature treated us to a warm, sunny 65-degree day with a slight breeze as she stood on the edge of bursting into spring. We walked and talked for a couple miles as we passed through meadows and meandered on the earthen trail, noticing many bushes and trees coming to life. There were two planned stops on our excursion. One was a contemplative moment where we listened to whatever nature gave us. Birds singing, woodpeckers pecking, the water rushing along rocky run, the breeze blowing. We stayed away from creek crossings by popular request. But some of us crossed over and back for the adventure of it, or because it was important. It symbolized a threshold we were crossing in our life. Our second stop nourished our spirit as we shared how something from nature, a branch, rock, flower, spoke to us. And we then placed it on the ground. Our entire walk together was a breaking bread moment of beauty, and our hearts burned with delight as we chatted and listened to one another. I am so grateful for the transforming presence of each one in our group and for creation's amazing spring beauty that made it such a memorable Emmaus excursion. Each of us experiences Emmaus excursions every day. Different roads in different ways transport our hearts to countless places. I encourage all of us to ponder how we have experienced a breaking bread moment recently. Take some time to be grateful for those who have helped us walk into that moment, and for the God who has been with us all along the way and waits to lovingly embrace us there.